we grow water. It's something that is special. It's enabling. To find 3 trillion litres of a new source of water is something unique. It's never been done before. My family came to Australia 60 years ago with 2 kids and 2 suitcases in search of a better life. And at the dinner table, we didn't talk about companies or money. We talked about giving. We talked about community. My business journey goes back 35 years. My older brother and myself, we decided to build what was then something that didn't exist, a fully integrated financial services business. But the last 20 years have been lived for me in startup land, where we've taken small businesses and good ideas all the way through to making them into bigger businesses. Working in a startup is really like riding a bike and building it at the same time. But you do actually get to a spot in the equation, in the process, if you like, where you start to have to bring other people into the same ecosystem, into the relationships. And people like Fujitsu are part of that equation. Botanical water is probably the most special invention that I've seen in my 35 years. It's scalable, it can give us maximum impact and solve some of the world's biggest problems. Fruit and vegetables are 95% water. So if we could find a way to harvest the water that naturally occurs in plants, then we would have found a new source of water. And there are many industries around the world that use a large evaporative process to take the water out of the plant. So what botanical water does as a new source of water is we catch that evaporative condensate to create the world's most sustainable, clean, environmentally green and safe drinking water. Yeah, it's not enough to just have a good idea. You start with an idea and then you look to commercialize it and then to corporatize it and then to scale it. What's disrupted the world in the last 10 years? Uber or Airbnb, or even in social media, Meta, Facebook. They're all platforms where people are connected and things happen. So that was the inspiration. That's how Fujitsu came about, where they are helping us to build a platform, a botanical water exchange, which will allow us to connect a supplier of our water to a customer of our water. Set yourself a goal. Our goal is to positively impact 100 million of the world's most vulnerable people by 2025 by gifting our new source of water, our botanical water. But most importantly, to have the infrastructure in place where we can share this water, pay it forward. It's a concept that you often hear about, but truly it's not often that you see it happening. Technology is a tool that we can use to achieve our goals, the things that are important to us. It's not about technology for technology's sake. Find balance. I love the idea of mind, body and soul. It's a really important way to live our life. In particular, soul, the thing that brings it all together, the thing that really gives us purpose and allows us to be a better version of ourselves. Having authenticity in what we do, I think, is critical. Looking at things like corporate governance, looking at the way we hire, discrimination, inclusiveness, all of these elements go together. Have a giving principle. The whole premise is around giving. I think as you get older, you start to recalibrate what's important. The opportunity to give back, to leave the world a better place than you found it, becomes really a big part of who you are. The ability to build things from scratch fits nicely into that.